My life, like many of yours, is filled with lots of wonderful things to include working, writing, creating, gardening, exercising, and cooking. Yes, cooking. I'm on a mission to change the way we see, experience, and relate to food. The concept of Sankofa reminds us to go back and fetch what was essential for maintaining a quality and wholesome lifestyle and apply it to modern-day practices.
Welcome back to My Sankofa Table. I am your host, Tia Capers, and on this program, we focus all things health and wellness. And today, y'all, I am at the Rose Pharmacy and Boutique Apothecary here in Cornelius, North Carolina, which is right down the street from Charlotte. So today, I have the pleasure of interviewing and speaking with Dr. Nicole Eastman, and today we're going to talk all things medicine. So if that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned, stick around, and when we come back, we'll be chopping it up with a pharmacist. Stay tuned. As I've said, today we're going to be speaking with Dr. Eastman, Dr. Nicole Roseboro Eastman, here at the Rose Pharmacy Boutique Apothecary. We're here in Cornelius, North Carolina, which is on the outskirts of Charlotte. And today, I know we always talk about health and wellness, but today we're going to talk about the other side of things as it relates to medicine and illnesses and things like that. So welcome, Dr. Eastman, to My Sankofa Table. This is such a treat for us because we're always talking about food, and today we're going to be talking about medicine. Okay, so thank you for allowing us this opportunity.
Absolutely.
So I have a ton of questions that I'd like to ask you,
right.
But I'll first start off with tell us about your journey.
So it's funny because I didn't know that I would become a pharmacist. I knew that I loved the body. I knew that I had an interest in that. So it was just a matter of exposure and experiences.
Nice.
I had some really great experiences with both physicians, both pharmacists, and I actually had the opportunity to work with both in one place.
Okay.
Then an opportunity came to where Wingate University opened up a school of pharmacy.
Okay.
And went to pharmacy school, and then before getting out of pharmacy school, I signed a contract with Rite Aid Pharmacy, and it was there where my love of retail, being a retail clinician, was really fostered.
Okay.
And you know what? I want to go back to what I had in the back of my mind for a very long time, that I wanted to open my own pharmacy.
Wow.
And so this was my brainchild that had always been in the back of my head, and now it's
Hear that, people? Never give up on your dream.
Never.
Let me rewind. So you went to pharmacy school. For those of us who don't know, what's that? How long is that?
It's a long process.
Okay.
So you have to get your undergraduate degree. Typically, get your undergraduate degree.
Okay.
And then you go to pharmacy school for another 4 years.
Okay.
So it is 8 years.
8 years.
Yes, and you come out with your doctor of pharmacy. So it's the highest degree that you can get in.
Nice. Well, congratulations
Well,
on
thank
all of
you.
that, because
Thank
it's
you.
not that often that I can speak for me, meet people like you that look like me that are in this position. So we appreciate you being a service to the community
Absolutely.
and representing so well, because you never know who you're inspiring.
And I hope to inspire many. I hope
Yes.
to inspire many that look like me and
Yes.
people who don't look like me.
Right.
But, just I am a testament to never, ever, ever give up on your dream.
Right.
So
Awesome. Well, I know as much as I want to call you Rose, your name's Nicole.
I know.
So tell us how Rose Pharmacy came about. The name Rose Pharmacy.
So my middle name is, my maiden name is Roseboro. And so Rose came from Roseboro.
Okay. And I do know that you offer a ton of services. Y'all, this is like one-stop shopping over here, okay? She has you covered in a lot of different ways. So if you don't mind, share with our audience some of the things that you do. I mean, because this is a very unique situation here.
Yes, so of course traditional dispensing, I do that as well. So you have your prescription from your doctor, and you need to get some pills,
Okay.
or some liquids,
Okay.
I can assist you with that.
With that. So you fill prescriptions
So
here.
I fill prescriptions here.
Okay.
So I just do 2 different types. So
Okay.
I do what I just explained, the retail piece,
Okay.
the retail traditional, and then I also do compounding.
Okay.
And that also
Oh.
requires a prescription, but
Okay.
it's much more unique, and that is really 85% of my business. So that is
Wow.
my niche. That is my business. Let's say my business plan
Okay.
was always to do something that was more unique to individuals.
Okay.
Something that traditional dispensing does not allow
Okay.
to happen. So with compounding, the sky is really the limit.
Right, and there's probably not that many of you doing these types of things out here.
Right.
So for those of us who don't know, because I learned something new as well, explain to us, what is compounding?
Compounding is essentially us taking an active pharmaceutical ingredient
Okay.
that we know that you need,
Okay.
and we tailor it to what is specific for you. So if you need the ingredient, but you cannot tolerate the dye, you cannot tolerate
That's
some
me.
of the fillers, you have an allergy to something that is in a product that is manufacturably available,
Right.
I can create that medication specifically for you.
Okay.
So compounding, we deal with things that are typically not available in the marketplace. So you can't get it from a manufacturer because it is specific to you.
Wow.
But you do need that active pharmaceutical ingredient
Okay.
to give you the benefits that you need, but
Okay.
we just need to tailor it to you. So that could be, tailoring goes along with the formulation.
Okay.
So if you, for instance, can't take, let's see, I got my little, if you can't take this pill, you need
Okay.
it for your blood pressure,
Right.
right? Well, we could make possibly a solution for you. We
Wow.
could do something, we could do, as unpleasant as this sounds for some, we could do a suppository.
Wow. So different form of it.
Yeah, different form of it. Yes, lollipops for
Oh,
children
yeah.
who don't like to take medications,
Right.
or people who can't swallow.
Okay.
So we may need to do something transdermally.
Okay.
So we can formulate things specifically
Nice.
to that person and what they need based upon their situation.
Right. Oh, that is so
To
unique.
help them with compliance, because
Right.
ultimately, no matter what you're practicing in pharmacy, no matter where you are,
Mhm.
our end game is compliance, because that is how we keep people out of the hospital.
Right.
By making sure that they're compliant. And
Nice.
a lot of times dosage forms will dictate somebody's compliance.
Right. And so we always talk on this program about cutting out, cutting back, and substituting. So it sounds like in this pharmacy world, you have the ability to do that as well.
Yes.
Say for instance, like I don't like the dyes. I don't eat the dyes anymore. And if my pill had a dye in it, you could extract that out. Just give me the rest of it.
Essentially, what I would do is, so this is pursuant to a prescription from your physician.
Okay.
They'd say, listen, this person needs this,
Mhm.
but
She can't have the
can't
blue
have the
dye.
dye.
Okay.
Right. So no
then-
problem. I would take care of it from there. I
Okay.
would make sure
So
that
you would
Yep.
mix up
I
my
would mix up
medicine
yours without that
the
blue dye. Yep, that's a great idea.
Nice.
Without that dye.
Or if there's some ingredient, for instance, that may cause me to have a nauseous.
Gluten or whatever,
Right.
right? Yes, I could remove, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Gluten-free, the whole 9 yards, yes.
Because I know as a vegan, I'll say that sometimes my vitamin D is a little low. So my doctor may say, hey, you need this vitamin D, supplement, and a lot of them have they're the gel types, and they do come with the dye, they do come with the bovine, and as a vegan, I don't want anything from an animal, a cow or anything. So I will be able to have you to mix up
Absolutely.
my vitamin D tablet or
Yep,
whatever
yep,
without
yep.
all of the extra
Or
stuff.
Troche, or some sublingual
Yeah.
lozenge, or yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Mhm.
Wow, that is
Yes.
so awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so that's compounding, y'all. So
That is
we're learning on this program.
Yes.
Compounding, and that sounds really nice. That's a nice alternative. Now, has compounding always been around, or is this relatively new?
Compounding is not new.
Okay.
So my name, when I explain the full name of my business,
Okay.
it will seem redundant.
All right. Well, go ahead and
So,
tell us that.
all right,
since we're
so
on here.
Rose Pharmacy and Boutique Apothecary. Apothecary is pharmacist
Okay.
or pharmacy. So back in the day, that is where people went to get their medication.
That's why we see it on those old
Yes.
bottles of apothecary.
Yes.
You don't really see
Apothecary.
pharmacy.
Yes.
But when you go to museums and they have
Yes,
these old
absolutely.
replicas or old bottles.
There you go. So
Okay.
whenever you said, I'm going to see my apothecary, you're going to see your pharmacist.
pharmacist.
Yes. So just a conversation piece, just
Okay.
to bring to light, apothecary really does mean pharmacy or pharmacist.
Yes.
It has always been there. What happened though was you have drug companies.
Okay.
Drug companies started to produce a lot of medication, and then what happened was the apothecary changed from being the maker of the medicines to being simply the dispenser of the medication.
Okay.
So you got away from these unique dosage forms and unique, ingredients for people, because now the manufacturer is producing all of this in bulk.
Right.
And so now the pharmacy becomes a place where we stock all of these bulk medications.
Right.
So compounding pharmacy has been around forever. It was the beginning. It was the beginning of what you see now.
Okay. You're bringing it back.
Yes, so we're just bringing it back and bringing it to people's front of mind, because it's funny how many people don't know what compounding is, but now I want them to know that this is where all of this began. It began with compounding. Yes.
So now I know that in addition to your patients and patrons coming in here, you also do something for pets?
Yes, we
Okay.
love our fursons.
Okay.
Yes.
Fursons.
Yes, we
New
call
word,
them
guys.
fursons. Yes.
By Dr. Eastman.
Yes. So I also compound for veterinarians as well.
Okay.
So cats are unique in that they try to get a cat to take a pill. That's not happening. That is not happening. But what you could do is you could formulate the medication in a transdermal cream and you just rub it on the ear. So it's more like you're petting them and they're getting your medication. So
you're saying that to say that dogs will take a pill better?
You can have dogs that you give them a treat, and you stick it in the treat, and then you give it to them with peanut butter or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Cats, on the other hand, has been
Not so much.
different. Not so much, right?
I'm looking at some of the goodies we have here for the pets.
Oh yeah,
really cute.
My Chewy Vuitton
Chewy
stuff,
Vuitton
yes,
and,
my
and,
little
and
bowls.
Tory bark.
Yeah, Tory bark.
I know in addition to the traditional medicine and prescriptions, you also have the over-the-counter items in here.
Absolutely.
But you also have some other items.
Yes.
And tell us about what those other items are that really sets you apart, to make you feel like more of a one-stop shop, covering everybody's needs.
Yes, absolutely. So I do have patients who would like to stay away from or stay out of danger.
Okay.
So they want to, if they're healthy, they want to stay that way. So we look at things like supplements and things that we should have on board every day, all day.
Okay.
So we have probiotics and we have things like the omega-3s and your magnesiums, things like that will maintain your body's ability to fight off infection.
So would this be classified like more preventive or preventative?
Yes, it's preventative, and it also helps to correct as well.
Oh, okay.
So when people have issues with, I'm just going to give GERD as a good example, right? So a lot of times we have issues with it's not really the amount of acid, it's really where the acid is going. Okay, so if we have a better ability to control how our body does what it needs to do, and when I say our body, I'm talking about our gut.
Okay.
We can oftentimes stop issues that we have. GERD is an example.
Okay.
We think about people with, have you ever heard of like leaky gut?
Yes.
So if we correct that by using certain supplements, and I'm telling you, probiotics, omega-3, magnesium, that is the holy grail of helping you to correct what's going on inside.
I think you mentioned that a lot of stuff starts in the gut.
Everything starts in the gut.
Okay. So not just your food. people, but we got to make sure.
We got to make sure that our gut can actually handle and appropriately process the good foods that, that we're getting, right? So by fixing you from within will help to all the medications that people take many times. I'm not saying everyone, because there are people who need medications for their quality of life, absolutely. But there are a lot of medications that we take thinking that we should be on it for the rest of our lives. Many medications are just there as a sort of a bandage to kind of get you out of trouble. But in the background, you should be doing things to help to actually help
or reduce.
Reduce the need for medication.
Right, because sometimes if you stay on medications for too long, they cause other problems.
Right? So typically as pharmacists in general, we should be trying to prevent disease as well as treat and help to correct. So by supplements, I offer supplements. Many people love teas. And teas have many beneficial effects,
that's the way I get in stuff that I wouldn't ordinarily get in from different types of herbs and different types of nutrients that I wouldn't ordinarily get just by eating a healthy diet.
Absolutely. So teas, I offer teas. And my teas are loose leaf, amazing, delicious, tasty. You really need to add nothing to it, but you are getting the beneficial things that you're looking for, whether or not it be turmeric, whether or not it be rose, and rose is great for skin, it's great for so many things, right? So teas are a major thing that I offer here as well.
I mean, I for one drink probably 2 to 3 cups of tea or more a day. And I'm mixing them up, drinking different ones. And I love tea blends because you don't just get the one ingredient. You might get the benefit of getting a combination of
you could get like the benefit of slimming. You can get the benefit of digestion. You can get the benefit of mood. I mean, there's so many beautiful things in teas and really good high quality teas. It's just amazing.
Because all tea is not created equal.
All tea is not created equal.
There are levels to this thing. So
absolutely.
Do your research, guys, and make sure we're getting a quality tea. One that will be beneficial to us. So that's awesome.
So in addition to the teas, I offer CBD as well. That is something that, of course, has been not looked upon as I think it should, because again, we're talking about giving people options to be treated the way they want to be treated.
Do you need a prescription for that?
No, you do not.
Well, how do you know about the dosage though?
So
I always wonder about that.
So there is no exact science when you're talking about dosing. What we know is we like to start people at a certain dose and do what we call microdose to get you to where you need to be.
So you have to kind of try it out and see how your body responds or reacts to it.
Especially with the orals, right? But there are topicals, there are the creams and whatnot that are wonderful, that actually have so many benefits to what you're dealing with. Arthritis and sciatica. I mean, there's so many beneficial things that can happen.
I think sometimes we forget that our skin is our largest organ. So a lot of times what you put on your skin, it just goes to your pores and goes into your system.
That's correct.
I have to remind myself of that as well. And over the years, I've even switched using certain products on my skin because I realized, I don't want this in my bloodstream or whatever. And what really made me take note of it is when I gave birth to my 2 younger kids, I nursed them. And I was using like topical treatments for acne. And I noticed that the dermatologist switched my medication when I was pregnant and when I was nursing. And I'm like, that was weird to me because it's just on my skin. I'm not ingesting anything, but it let me know that, wait a minute, this, whatever you're putting on your skin, it's going into your bloodstream and we can't have it go to the baby.
Absolutely, and bring that back to the compounding piece. The reason why we can take medicine and we can change it into a form that goes topically is because it is still being absorbed. What you're doing is you are bypassing your liver. First pass. You're bypassing your liver to get into your bloodstream. So you're still, you are absolutely still absorbing. That is a very nice way to get something into someone when they cannot take it by mouth. Naturopathic medicine does take into account majorly supplementation.
Okay.
I would never say to someone that you should never take a medication because it's just bad for you. Because there are beneficial. When I compound with the actual pharmaceutical ingredients, right? So you just need to make sure that it's appropriate for you, and that you are getting the minimum that you need to get the result that you're looking for.
Okay.
And you do that along with your supplements, along with things like that you're adding in, along with your diet.
Okay.
Along with
y'all hear diet.
Yes. Diet is major.
Yes.
Diet is major.
Yeah,
You know,
it is, because I know with some medications you have to take it with food.
Yes.
Or you have to wait a certain period
wait a
of
few
time
hours
after
or
you eat the food. So-
Absolutely, because medicines respond to acid, medicines respond to supplements. So if you take certain supplements with a medication, that supplement could bind up the medication and you would never get the benefit of the medication. So yes, so when you are getting a medication, make sure you talk to your pharmacist about how to take the medication.
How to take it,
so you get the beneficial medication.
Yeah, and don't cheat. If
And
you
don't
know
cheat.
you already have eaten and you pass that time, I don't know what to tell you to do, but don't cheat, because you may not get the benefit from that medicine.
Absolutely,
Wow,
absolutely.
nice.
So yes.
So tell us about manufacturing.
So I do manufacture some skincare products.
Oh.
Yes, so depending upon what it is that someone needs, someone wants something specific.
Okay.
That is not a compound.
Okay.
So I can create something for them for the skin issue
Okay,
that
that
they're
they're
having.
having.
Yes. But it would not be under the guise of compounding at all.
Okay.
This is the
So that's what you call manufacturing?
That's what I call manufacturing.
Okay, different from compounding.
Different from compounding.
Okay.
Yes, because
So that
I'm
means
not
you're creating-
Yes, I'm not
this-
practicing pharmacy whenever I am creating this manufactured product.
Okay.
Okay. So just want to make that clear.
Yes.
I'm a pharmacist who's doing it.
Right.
But I am not compounding when I'm doing it.
Gotcha. Okay, nice.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting, and that's another thing that sets you apart from your basic pharmacy.
Yes, absolutely.
Or apothecary.
Yes.
Do you find that most of your, I don't know if you want to call them patients or patrons or customers or clients,
Patients, clients.
are do they mostly come to your place of business for like preventive or for like responsive? Like, medicine that they need help.
Unfortunately,
The other side.
you are being reactive.
Yes.
Right? But my hope is that at some point in the future, people will start to see their pharmacies as places that you can go for preventative care as well, preventative maintenance.
Right.
And so, but typically, no one wants to go into a pharmacy usually, right?
When you're healthy.
When you're healthy,
But it's always when you have some prescription
but
of something
really,
you need to fix.
But that's where you're gonna get the best information. That is the source. If you want to know what's the best thing for you, even when you're healthy,
Okay.
the best source is going to be your pharmacist.
Okay.
So you should be able to walk into your pharmacy and get the information that you need.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's not always the case
Right.
because of how busy.
I was going to
You
say,
know,
when you go to
busy
the major
Yeah, the
pharmacies
major-
and the
right.
big box stores,
Absolutely.
then there's a line.
There's a line.
And
Exactly.
they're going to answer some basic questions like, how often should I take this?
Yes,
or should I take
right.
it with food? Or should I drive while I take it?
Yes.
Or after I take it? But
Right.
the things you're talking about,
Yeah.
this is a great place to come.
This is a great
to get
place
the
to come, to
information
get
that
the
you
information.
need to get the help that you really need.
Absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. And in the
That's
time,
awesome.
and I have the time to
Yes,
spend.
right.
And that's unfortunately not always the case when you go to
Right.
big box stores, and pharmacists
Yeah.
just don't have the time that they like to have.
And
to spend.
when you establish that relationship with people coming in, you get to see their progress along the way.
You get to see people's
Yeah.
progress, and you
Right.
also get these great stories about it's like just warms my heart.
Right,
Of course,
because
that's
it
the
makes
reason
it all
why
worth it.
It makes it all worth it. The reason why I do what I do.
Right.
So yes, if you want people to feel comfortable coming in,
Right.
or someone who has no interest in medications, they want to know, is there a good tea for blah? Is there
Right.
something that I can put on my skin? for
Right, because
blah?
I am that person. I don't
Yes,
like
yes.
taking medicine unless I absolutely have to.
Yes,
I'm that person that if I have a headache, I'm riding it out.
Yeah, there are so
So
many different ways to get the results that people want.
Yes.
It's just you need to have the information to
Yes.
make a good, educated decision.
And the person to give it to you.
We are the medication experts. That's what we went to school for. That is what we know.
Right.
So why go to anyone else to find out those things? You know,
yeah, all those 8 years of schooling. That's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information.
Yes.
We are the medication experts.
Right.
I know you didn't ask this question, but I think this is also what you were asking.
Okay.
The different types of pharmacists.
Yes, I was gonna.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I learned that there are different types.
There are.
There are community.
There's hospital. They're nuclear. There are
So would nuclear be more like chemists?
Nuclear is like when you're dealing with isotopes. When you're dealing with cancer, chemo drugs, and things like that. Yes.
Look at us getting educated on my Sankofa table, y'all.
Yes. But there are pharmacists in just about every little niche that you can think of.
Wow.
And I also say, if there's something that you don't see, create it.
Mm-hmm.
Create it.
And the sky's the limit.
And the sky is the limit. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, because we talk, health and wellness and plant-based type, recipes on this show, on this program. So I wanted to ask you, what role does plants play in medicine?
Plants play a significant role in medicine. It is oftentimes you are extracting something beneficial from a plant and recreating it to make a medication.
Okay.
Saw palmetto is
familiar with that.
Yep, saw palmetto is made for
urinary.
Yes, so it's
urinary or prostate health.
Yes, prostate health. So you will find saw palmetto in the jar of saw palmetto, but that's also what is used to make certain drugs for women's urinary health. There's a basis for many of the drugs that we have that comes from plants. Yes.
See there?
From plants. Yes. Yes.
The herbs are for the healing of the nation.
Yes.
Let me ask you, because a lot of my viewing audience are African American or Black or people of color. Do you face any discrimination, or have you faced any discrimination or witnessed any discrimination in this industry?
So that's an interesting question because you're not going to find anyone or any situation where it is blatant. Okay? But there are still little micro-iniquities that you see.
Okay.
Ultimately, the thing is, and this is what I tell people who look like me,
Right.
Who are in this industry, listen, you are absolutely qualified to be where you are.
You're the professional.
You're qualified to be where you are.
We need you.
And there is no one who can take that from you.
Right.
And so be very confident and don't cower. Don't shrink and shrivel.
Right.
And
Stay up here with it.
Stay up here. And know your stuff.
Right.
Know your craft. Be an expert in your craft. And no matter what anybody says,
Right.
they won't be able to really affect you because your work, your ethic, all you will come through.
Right.
So.
Well, that's a great note to end on. Thank you so much again for all of this great information.
Wonderful.
Man, we are so much smarter now that we watched this program today. And thank you so much.
No problem at all.
We're gonna, get this information out to everybody.
Okay.
I hope that people will come by and visit your spot.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, I'm just gonna walk around and check.
Please
things
do.
out.
Please
And,
do.
I feel like I'm in not really a kitchen, but a kitchen.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank
you. Guys, stay tuned, and we'll end here. And thank you guys for watching, and hope you learned something. So stay tuned.